When I first arrived Australia, it was pretty blank. It was pretty very different. Very, it was hard to find or see people of African descent walking on the street. But gradually, the African population, increased, and the amount of talent I saw kind of provoked the idea that an organization like AMA needs to be formed. And we needed to tell our own stories too. We needed to tell the wider Australian community and the world that there is a community, there's an African community in Australia, and we needed a voice. So that drove me into the idea of forming an organization like AMA. Our first AMA, I think that should be around 2008. So Two-Faced DBR of Nigeria became the very first African artist to win the AMAs. So from then on, people began to understand what I was trying to do, and we had the second edition, which saw great actors like Mona Lisa Chinda and Ejike Asiegbu from Nigeria, Jimmy Bangura from Sierra Leone, and so many other international and local artists as well. So that's become the definition of AMA. So AMA is being defined as this body that celebrates, appreciates, and encourages African artists here in Australia, African artists also back home in Africa and in the diaspora. But not forgetting friends of Africa as well, people who might not be of African origin, but they've contributed a lot of resources and time into promoting and growing African arts and artists in Australia. And also, we also bring in African people of African descent, artists of African descent, no matter where they may live, either being the mother continent, Africa, or in the diaspora. But people who have had impact on our culture and artistic life. So that is why people like Emerson, like I said before, Two-Faced Idibia, Mona Lisa Chinda, Ejike Asiegbu, Pascal Atuma, uh, John Dumelo, Awilo Logomba. A lot of, Amma has played host to these people because they've inspired us so much through their music and arts. So that is what Amma is all about. Sometimes when the media get to speak about Africans, what we hear about mostly negative. The Africans are involved in fights and all that, but that's not really true. I mean, not all the time, but like in every community, in every society, you get people who might get mischievous one way or the other. But sometimes we do get some of these things overblown when it comes to the African population. So AMA will help a lot in selling Africa and Africans in a positive light, in a very, very good positive light to the wider Australian community. Every year we do have the Afro Australian Music and Movie award parties, award events where artists are brought from all over the world and from Africa, people who have really inspired us. And in this event, we try to pair the local artists, the Afro Australian artists, with these international artists. The last one we had was with Desmond Elliott from Nigeria. We had John Dumelo from Ghana. We have Awilo Logomba from Congo. And it's the energy was there, and that helped to unite all Africans wherever they may be in Australia down to Sydney. So these artists, through AMA, can be appreciated and celebrated, and in the process, we saw their ideas and their philosophies and what they stand for to the wider Australian community, and that alone is very important. Uh, Trying to paint Africa in a very Africans and Africa in a very positive light, and giving them the right recognition that these artists truly deserves. We know that the talent that we have here in Australia are capable of bringing in the so much needed artistic innovations, and we can sell what we have here to the outside world. So Amma is right there giving awards and appreciating the best of the best. And that will further inspire the upcoming ones to want to do good, to want to take their artistic abilities to the next level. That will open up an international market and also doors of opportunities and possibilities even outside of Australia and beyond. Through AMA, the African paint will be added to this beautiful picture called Australia.